Over the past century, Sumatran rhinos were hardly reproducing. Most were infertile and births were few and far between. Iman, the last Sumatran rhino in Malaysia who died in 2019, was a clear example. Leading up to the extinction of the Sumatran rhino in Malaysia, international wildlife institutions were struggling to get their act together to facilitate a collaborative recovery program. If we hope to reverse the downward trajectory in the numbers of endangered species, we need to put in place measures to ensure that all remaining individuals have the best possible chance of reproducing. In BORA, originally named Borneo Rhino Alliance, we focus on assisted reproductive technology for Sumatran rhinos. In seeing the species go extinct in Malaysia, we learn a few important things. 1. Make sure to identify the causes as well as the symptoms. 2. Don't wait for international collaboration. If you want something done, do it yourself. 3. Start early before it's too late. BORA has since rebranded to Bringing Back Our Rare Animals. One of our areas of focus is making sure that rare wildlife has enough nutritious food. Human-elephant conflict has happened for thousands of years. One attempt to deal with this in Malaysia was the introduction of electric fencing in the 1930s. But that only partly addressed the problem. Elephants still come out of protected areas. Why? Partly because the places now occupied by humans were once the elephants' domain, and partly because there is lots of lush elephant food outside the protected forest and not so much inside. Elephants are bulk feeders that eat fast-growing plants in large quantities. So why not develop feeding grounds for elephants on deforested land inside protected areas? With government and corporate support, this is what BORA is doing. We focus on growing wild figs, a great favorite of many wildlife species, and are also developing pastures for larger mammals that feed on grass. Now, in collaboration with a Malaysian corporation, we are developing an experimental 22-hectare feeding ground for wild elephants on deforested land inside Tabin Wildlife Reserve in Sabah. We estimate that this site could provide enough food for a herd of 60 elephants per month for 6 times a year. But if we hope to introduce real change, we need to be able to replicate these feeding grounds at other sites and for other species as well. In order to take our work to a larger scale, BORA needs not only funds to sustain our staff, but help in publicizing and providing credibility to this new paradigm of active interventions for endangered wildlife. It's time to address the elephant in the room and shift our focus to wildlife nutrition. But we cannot do this on our own. For this to truly work, we need more than hard dedication alone. Be a part of the solution. Join us in this pioneering approach to wildlife conservation.